Oh, hello there. Welcome back to Crafters TV. Happy Thursday. It's getting so close to Christmas now. I'm really getting all of the Christmas feels, which is awesome. And we have got a fantastic launch day for you. Launch days here on Crafters TV are your first hands to get your first chance, to get your hands on some brand new product that we have for you. And today, we've got something gorgeous for you. It is from the gorgeous Sara and Callis. We are talking about something that is incredibly versatile that you're going to be able to use across loads of your crafting. But if you like filigree, you want fancy, you want opulent, then that is what we are giving to you in the bucket load today. And as if it couldn't get any better, it does, because Sara's here with me. Sara, how are you?
Oh, you know I love a good launch day, Joe. I love to sneak in and say, boss's prerogative, I'm totally taking that show. And you know what? I mean, I love any sort of like nesting dies like this, I love. But these are the fanciest nesting dies we've ever had in our company portfolio. And Joe, can I just go straight in and kind of show you everything I want to try and get done? So, I am here for you for the next 2 hours, so if there's something you want to know and you want to understand how to do, Sara here and ready at your disposal. Just shout up, tell Joe what you want. This is what I plan to do and show you, okay? I thought we'd start, well, we could do these in any order you want. But what I thought I'd do is show you some really basic cards on how we can just use some of your nesting dies to kind of fancy up a little bit about how we're going to get everything shaped up. Then I thought we'd progress on and maybe look at your nesting dies for apertures. So I've planned some cards whereby I've done apertures in the cards, and I'm doing some beautiful aperture work with then some fancy stuff in the middle, Joe. Then I thought, let's do apertures for boxes. So I'm going to teach you how to do aperture boxes in these as well. Now, still on with the kind of fancy card making, I love this style of card. So I didn't know if everybody knew how to do this, so I thought I'd share with you how to do this as well. And then tying in from that, then we're going to go whole hog, Joe. I thought we'd learn how to do easel cards. So easel-wise, I thought if we're doing an easel, we're doing an easel. So I thought I'd show you how to do an easel card that is a shaker card using all of the nesting frames. And then as if that wasn't good enough, Joe, I thought we'd go from a regular easel to also learning how to do a twisted easel.
Wowzers, come on, you're pulling it out of the bag today, Sara.
Yes, I know, but then, so managing expectations, it's unlikely I will get through all of those demos and whatever other questions you have. So I need to know from you, which ones do you want to see, okay? We've got twisted, and whichever ones get the biggest shout out is what I'm going to work on, right? We've got twisted easel, we've got shaker card easel, we've got aperture cards, we've got, what do we call this? Let's call this a wardrobe card. I don't know what it's really called. We've got our boxes, and we've also got the shaped cards. So kind of nice, simple, just learning how to use your nesting dies, really. So that's everything I want to do. Hey, Joe, you never know. If I go for it, we might get all of them done.
Oh, now you're
let me know what you
talking.
want to see.
Let me know which ones you want to see first. And also, maybe you just want to share some salacious gossip with me. You can do that, of course, all the time. Over on Facebook. So Crafters TV across on Facebook. Drop into the live feed there. Or, of course, pop yourself over to our YouTube channel as well. Loads of you saying hi already. I'm not sure if we've spoken to Mary before, but Mary is in Malta, Sara.
Malta?
That's not one we get all the time, is it?
No.
Amy's in Arizona, Georgiana, I can see, in Florida, Wanda's in New York, Roberta in Connecticut, Linda in Maryland, Mary's in Montana, Patty in Michigan, Laura from Virginia, and Katie in San Francisco as well. Hello to each and every one of you. If you want to get in touch through the show, it's really easy to do so. Do you know what I'd love to see as well? Pictures of your nesting die concepts. Now, obviously, these are brand new nesting dies, so it's not going to be with these ones, but I'd love to see any of your other nesting die concept cards that you've made. If you want to send us pictures of those very easily, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. Right, let's get into it and bring the details on, because you're not going to believe the price of these. £41, just to clear this up to begin with. £41 if you're in the UK, or $60. If you're a Club Inspire Platinum member, £32.80 if you're in the UK, or $48 if you're in the US as a platinum member. That is incredible value when you see what you are getting. Now, the great thing about these dies is that you've got so many options. So if we have a look firstly just at the die, you can see here the reason we've got the value so great is because we've given you essentially what you want, but also the option to make loads of different things. So what you can see is then, if you want to just make some sort of basic mats, absolutely going to be able to do that here. What you've got here is a scalloped edge design on this one here. You've got all of this beautiful fine filigree detail around here together as well. The other thing as well with this one is that when you start to combine them up and layer them up, you can actually start to create something really full and lush with loads and loads of dimension if you want to. So if you want to go for something a bit more muted and pared back, you can. If you want loads and loads of lacy detail, then absolutely these will give it to you. They are also going to make amazing frames for you as well. So this first one you've got here, this is the Torken lace frame that we've got. This next one here, how elegant is this? I'm seeing this in really beautiful, opulent scrapbooks, this one. The Irish lace frame is that one that we've got just there, which is gorgeous. Now the next one that we've got is the bobbin lace frame, this really lovely rounded one. And again, there's so many different layers. This one here, for instance, this is 5 layers that are laid up to create that, which is really, really awesome. And then the other option that you've got as well is the Venetian lace frame, which is this one just here. Again, really gorgeous, beautiful, very opulent, very regal as well. When it comes to the size of these dies, I'll get the sizes for you. They're roughly 6 inches by 6 inches. Some of them are 7.4 by 5.1, but they're around about 6.5 inch square mark is what you're looking at. So really awesome value when you consider £41 or $60. That becomes $32.80 for Club Inspired Platinum members in the UK, or $48 for Platinum members in the US. Lots of chatter about what you want to see first, but I think, Sarah, the twisted easel is in the lead.
It's all right for you to say that, Joe, right? But what about all the people who are like more beginner people? The first card they're going to see is like the most advanced card, and they're just not going to have a clue where to start. So should we not start with something a bit more simple?
All right then, I'll tell you what, maybe something a little bit more simple, then straight into the twisted easel card. Lots of you loving Sara's dress. Sara is saying how much she loves, no, let me get this right. Sarah is saying how much she loves Sara's dress that you have on today, that beautiful green colour. There was a tongue twister if ever I heard one. Sharon Callis herself is saying hello. Hello, Sharon Callis. And also, Evelyn says, good morning. I'd love to see shaker cards. Actually, Elizabeth has asked about a shaker card as well. So there's a lot of shaker card requests coming in, but the twisted easel seems to be the favourite one so far. Lot of excitement, very, very busy already, I'm hearing as well on the website. Definitely one of those where you want to get your orders in early, then sit back, relax and watch the show would be my advice.
Okay, then, so how about I just start and show you the concept of how nesting dies work, then we'll progress straight onto the easels, because you guys are loving the easels. We'll do both the types of easels, and anything else we get done I can take from there on then. Does that sound like a good plan, everyone?
Absolutely, sounds like a great plan to me.
I need all them little thumbs up, all going along the bottom of the screen, or up the little hearts up the side, or whatever happens when we do these things. I know you all laugh at me, don't you? Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is just talk you through the concept of these nesting dies, because as Joe showed you on them boards, every one of these dies, here, I'll get mine over there, you've got the outer die here, Joe. We've got the detail cutting die. So if you want to use them as like a shape die, then what you're going to do is you're going to use these two together like this. But then you've got the same with the next size down. So can you see you get the two on the next size down? But then also we've done the second side, the fifth die, so that you've got the cutting detail as well. So it's essentially like 3 different types, and I'm going to show you how we use them for shadowing, how you do them for cutting, how you do them for mats and layers, how you're going to work them all together. Trust me, by the time I finish doing this first demo show, you're going to be like, oh, that's why these are so awesome, okay? So, right, here we go. So I'm going to just take these off, get them all ready. Here we go. Right, so let's do, first of all, that nice easy fold back card that you saw. So I'm going to do this one here, Joe, right?
Okay, awesome.
Just so that you can see.
But it doesn't look like a nice easy card though. It's very detailed still.
That is the idea. That is the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off just by folding the shape card down. Now, the actual dies themselves, you'll see, Joe, are, let me just show you here, they're just all shy on 6 inches. So that they're all designed to work. Look, here's a 6x6 card base. They're all designed to work beautifully on a 6x6 card base. So what I'm going to do, let's get my ultimate in here. Let me show you how you would create like pretty much a 6x6 card from your A4 cardstock. You're going to do half fold A4, right? And then also a gatefold A4. So what this does is, this gives you the card folded in half, right? And then also the fold back gives you this style. So let's have a little look at this. There is my fold back card. Then if you want to square it off, what you do, Joe, is you take it here and you put the score line down that half fold A4 mark again. And then all we're going to do is bring in a little trimmer, and I'm just going to trim off to that line. So we end up with a fold back at exactly, oh crikey, I can see because the lighting in here. There we go. Fold back. Brilliant, 6x6, ready to go out from the beginning. So that's the first bit.
Awesome.
Now we're going to get ready to do some of the cutting. So what I'm going to do is I've got some beautiful cardstock from which paper pad's this from again?
Oh, is it from the? Oh, I think I've got it down. I think I might have it in the later show. It's not from the glittering snowflakes, is it?
No, it's not the glittering snowflakes. Hey, Joe, I only just got this ready as well yesterday.
Oh.
So
we were talking yesterday about maybe if I went onto Mastermind, my old chosen subject would have been Eurovision post 2015. Now it'll be Crafters Companion paper pads. That would be my new chosen subject.
Well, do you know what? People might be able to tell us which one it's from.
I'm sure someone will in a minute.
Right, let's have a little look. I'm going to keep giving you a wave, then you don't need to just... Hey, I'm here. Right, here we go. Can you see? We've got that. There's the base outline, Joe, right? But then what I can do as well is, when you want to do, so that's going to be my base layer.
Awesome.
Now what I want to do is the base layer with some of the cutting detail. Now, when you want to use the two of these, what I want you to do is use your Gemini in its traditional form, the way the plates say you're supposed to use them in the instructions. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your 6x6 on there, and you're going to pop this bit in the middle so that the magnetic part, so your magnetized bit, it's going to hold those two dies in exactly the right place. And then what you can do, Joe, if you leave it like that, it will leave you a white centre middle.
Awesome.
If you add in this die here, right, it will cut you out the middle and just give you just the frame.
How awesome is that?
It just gives you the most flexibility and versatility. So you see, if I pop that on there, put my top plate down, here we go, we're going to get that the lovely detailed kind of outer frame as it was.
And the thing is, even if you're paying full price for these, which no one is today, Sarah, let's just remember that, no one's paying full price, but £10.25 for each set of these is unbelievable value. When you look at the different multiple ways there is of using these, I mean, the value is exceptional, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely exceptional. And look at this. I'm just going to pop all these little bits out, Joe, and you can see all of these, they're going to lift out. Now, if you want to be really fancy, then what you can also do is you can use the, what's the word? You can use the embossing mat, and it'll give you a cut and an emboss. So I'm just going to pop all the pieces out, so that then what you can do is you can just pop all them out, and we can go and do our matting and layering.
There you can see, already very, very busy. A lot of you talking about all the different card blanks you're going to be using, different card sizes. A lot of you excited about making 6x6s as well. I'd love to know which one is your favourite at the moment. I need to quickly remind you what you're getting included, because it is very, very busy. Far and away busier to get the whole collection than it is to get the individuals. Remember what you're going to get. You're going to get the Venetian frame. You're going to get the Torquin lace frame. You're going to get the Irish lace frame. And you're going to get the bobbin lace frame. The great thing about this, Sara, I think, is that there's a lot of lace out there, isn't there? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean that a lot of our crafters will already have lacy dyes in their collection. And the thing is with lace, it doesn't really clash, does it? It's not like you can layer up different types of lace and they don't work. So I think this is going to be a great extension to all of those other lacy dyes and crafting items that you already have in your stash. If you loved vintage lace, these would be a great extension to your vintage lace Sara Signature collection.
Oh, I think the fact, whenever I do a signature collection and I put a lacy border like this in, this always works really, really well, Jo. However, having a whole collection where you've got the rectangle, the oval, the circle, and also the square as well, all in that lacy framed style, just gives you the most versatility. I'm trying to show you first of all just how to use them, but then when you start and see, like we're going to get into things like the shaped easels, it really just shows you how you can take it another level again. Okay, so here we go. Right, I've got those. I'd also cut out the smaller one, Jo, so you can see I've popped all the bits out of this one. And then I also cut the smaller one just on its own, and that's going to give you that effect there as well, right? So you don't need to see me doing all the cutting. Let me show you, I'm just going to add a little bit of ink now. So I've taken, when you're doing inking, Jo, you're going to want your water reactives.
Awesome.
So I've got the Frosty Jade and the green topaz. Let me just show you how I do this. So lift this onto your mat like this. Dab a little bit extra off and then take this up to that corner. So that, can you see, as we're adding a little bit of ink on, and I'm being nice and subtle there with the ink, so you're adding a little bit and I'm building it up as we go. So that is the very, very pale one. And then what I want to show you as well is we can go from adding the pale one, which is the Frosty Jade, and then if we want to build it up a little bit further, I'm going to show you the green topaz. So I'll keep going on with that, Jo, as long as you can see what I'm doing.
Awesome.
You need to update or anything.
Loads of you chatting away still. Sarah is saying, hello, CCTV and the gang in the gallery. I hope you're all doing well. Sending hugs to you as well from Melbourne, Australia. How lovely. What's the time?
Oh.
It's 20 past midnight in Australia at the moment. Sarah, it is lovely to have your company. I bet it's a little bit warmer there than it is here, even at 20 past midnight. Very, very busy. I'd love to know which one your favourite is out of these. Don't forget as well, you need to let Sara know which ones you want to see demonstrated through the show. So we've got too many Sarahs commenting, and there's a Sara and Sarah. There's a Sara situation about to happen at some point. I'm just going to warn you, okay?
Yeah, I'm ready for it. We're ready for it. I tell you what, mind it, I don't think it'll be me that tells you off. It'll probably be the customers.
It really, really will. But remember all of those gorgeous cards that Sara is going to get through in this show for you. You guys are absolutely loving this collection, really seeing the value in it at the moment. A lot of you are on the website and checking out immediately. £41 or $60 if you're a Club Inspired Platinum member. $32.80. If you pay $32.80 as a Platinum member, that means today you're saving £19.16 on this, and it is a brand new launch. You're going to be the first people to get your hands on it. How exciting is that?
Oh, and do you know what? I love it when what I call store cupboard items, Jo, come along. So things that are like, you know, they never go in and out of fashion. You're always going to need them. That's what we're talking about here. So look at this. I've used that gorgeous green. I've used our dotty tape pen, Jo, so that we've been able to put tape all the way around here, yet you've got no glue that you are seeing. Absolutely no glue at all. So there's a beautiful background piece that's going to go onto there. And then what you can do is come and use this next piece here, right? And cut them down so that you can get into some of the smaller ones inside as well. So can you see? We can cut that smaller one inside there.
I mean, you could just use that on its own though, couldn't you? That smaller die, or any of those cutting dies, Sara.
Well, this is the beauty of them, Jo. You've got the flexibility there to do basic, oh, I haven't stuck it down, to work at different sizes and different styles. And the thing is, if you're only going for one of the sets today, you know, I would say probably this square one is possibly the most usable for you. However, I do think you will be, if you just get the one, you'll be back to get the others once you start and realise just how valuable they are to have.
Do you think you'll be able to use two different shapes together in one project, Sara? Or would you keep these separate?
Oh, well, all the ones that I've planned for today, Jo, I've kept them all separate. However, I think you absolutely could do that. Do you know what? if Sharon's in, why don't you see what Sharon thinks?
Oh, Sharon, why don't you let me know? I love we've got a live direct line to Sharon via Facebook. Sharon, what do you think? Would you mix them up or would you keep them all separate? For anyone that isn't familiar with Sharon and what Sharon does, she's a really exceptional designer, isn't she, Sara?
Oh, fabulous. And we are so lucky to have her working with us in the business, designing product like this. Look, I've just done the outside one again, Joe, and just so you can see, I've gutted it so that we can do the middle one, so that I can line all of those up together again. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm keeping you up to date.
Awesome.
So, yes, we're very lucky to have Sharon. Sharon's worked with our business for years and years and years, and it's brilliant now that we're able to bring all the products that Sharon designs to Crafters TV, and we're also take them to HSN and Create and Craft. So I'm doing the big launch with these on Create and Craft in the morning as well, Joe.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I love it that our Crafters TV viewers get a sneaky little heads up first as well. It's always worth keeping it tuned to Crafters TV. And that's what these launch day programmes are all about, of course. Us bringing you brand new product that you won't have seen before, but also letting you get that Cheeky Club Inspired discount on there as well, meaning that you're also getting great value for money. This isn't your only show today as well. Cartload coming up later with myself and Craig, and it is a jam-packed cartload as well. So you're going to want to make sure that you join us for that there as well. These, what I'm thinking, Sara, are going to work really well in loads of different concepts these days, aren't they? I can see people just getting these out, you know, cutting loads of bits, getting their Ultimate Pro out, and then just seeing what they end up coming up with.
Well, that's it. And you've seen me here, Joe. I'm doing the, so I'm doing the fold back card. We're going to be doing the shaped easel cards. We've got all these different styles that I'm showing you. Actually, what I'm interested to know is what other cards, what are your suggestions? You know, what do other people think they will be doing with these cards? So it's not just my ideas. It can also be all of your ideas in terms of, because if there's something else you want to see, we can be absolutely here and show you as well.
Absolutely, and it's really easy to get social with us. You can do it on Facebook, Crafts Companion. There, search for Crafters TV, so Crafters Companion TV. If you're across on YouTube, on our YouTube channel as well, you can get in touch with us. We're on Instagram. We're everywhere. We are absolutely everywhere. So do drop in. Also, Pinterest is a great place as well if you want to see some of the awesome things that the design teams have been up to, and if sometimes you're just stuck for a bit of an idea, that can be a great place to go as well to get one. But really awesome. The great thing about these as well, Sara, is because they are in that nesting style, it's not like you're having to learn a new way of using something, is it? You're already using nesting dies, you already know what you're doing with these, you're just really sort of upping the game by introducing all that gorgeous lacy detail. Exactly,
Joe, and everything that you are already doing, by the way, I've just got one of these to go inside that I've stamped onto here. So everything you are already doing, you can do and enhance with these dies. They are, without a shadow of a doubt, the most useful style of dies that you will ever kind of pull in together in your crafting. The most versatile, you'll see again. So the more we use these and the more we do with them, you'll start and realise more and more how much potential there is. Now let's have a look at that, Joe. All I'm doing, adding that good look in the centre. So I've just used the whole die set, every single one of those dies, so that you could see how they all work together.
Beautiful.
And then all I've done, let's just go nice and simple. I'll use I've done a little foam flower. We've got the foam flowers on the show today, Joe. So I've just got a little foam flower to go into the corner there, and it just shows you how a card can be put together really, really simply, but just using that gorgeous matting and layering. So that was me trying to teach you the core principles of how the dies kind of work. Now you've got that, now I'll let you progress on to some of the more advanced stuff.
Absolutely. So I can't wait to see what we do next. Mary Lee has let us all into a bit of a secret. I think it might be a bit of a trade secret. I think the US Postal Service are going to be on our back. But do you know what? Let them come for me. That's what I say, Sara. Mary Lee has said, in the US, it costs more to mail a square 6x6 card for some unknown reason. So what she does is, Sara, she puts it in an envelope that's 6x7, and then it costs the same as regular.
That is brilliant.
How genius is that?
If that's really thing, I feel like we're going to just save people an absolute fortune there.
We are.
Love that.
You need to make sure you've got your enveloboxer as well, because then you can make your 6x7 envelopes to, put your 6x6 cards in there sneakily. Right, I want to run through. These are all available individually for you as well. And they're on a multi-buy 2, which is awesome. Any 2 of these for £22 or $33. I'm going to give you the individual details for them as we go through. However, the best way to get the best value and the busiest item is getting them all together. So if you do want to get them individually, £12.99 or £18.99. So the first one we've got here is the Torken lace with all of that beautiful lacy details. And of course, you've then got that outside edge, which is going to allow you to cut this out as well. So you can see beautiful lacy detail here, or you can use it more so in a mat. So really, this is the same as a mat, or you've got it layered up with some dimension. So it's completely up to you how you choose to use it. You've got the Torken lace. This one here is your Irish lace. Now, the great thing is about these that they are so finely detailed, but I love the clear differences in those lacy edges that you've got on there. The next one here is your bobbin lace as well, which is a more rounded design. I love on this base panel here, can you see you've got these sort of extra elements here at either side, which really, I think, finish it off. Very, very opulent. Then you finally got as well the Venetian lace here as well. I love, again, the shape of this. It reminds me like a little Venetian hand mirror is what it kind of reminds me of. Actually, do you know what? I think you could make a little Venetian hand mirror, couldn't you? Stick a little handle on there, a little bit of silver mirror card as your middle layer. Imagine you shall go to the ball. Now, of course, though, the best way to get the best value, as always, is to go for that larger collection. I'm just hearing as well how busy it is. A lot of the stock going already. £41 if you're here in the UK, or that becomes $32.80 as a platinum member. If you're in the US, $60 as a platinum member, that becomes $48. That means platinum members, you're saving over £19 or over $27, which is awesome. Something else I think these might go great with is our flower forming, as Sara was saying just a minute ago. So you can see here that you've got the Crafter's Companion Learn to Flower Form with 13 dies, foam and stamens. So you've got 3 die sets in there, which is awesome. So you've got your leaves and vines, your foliage greens, and you've got your lily, your clover, and your leaves and vines, and then you've got the foam in there, which is your foliage greens and your floral bouquet, and you've got your floral bouquet stamens in there as well, which is absolutely awesome. Sharon Callis has got back to me, Sara.
Right.
And she says, I love to mix them up. Gives you an infinite combination of design styles and possibilities. I also love to use the smaller inner dies for making gift tags and notelets. Oh, I do love a gift tag, Sharon. So yeah, absolutely, knock yourself out. Mix and match them, see what you come up with. Tall Chicky 8, who we found out is called Karen yesterday, says each of the frames are delightful, and Evelyn says she loves the Irish lace frame the most. Lots of you going for these, lots of you checking out already. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys create with these. I think if you were looking for something that is super versatile, it's going to give you the option to do a load of new card styles, but also maybe improve the card styles you're already making for £41. That works out £10.25 per collection here on these, which is pretty much unrivaled value for money. And then when you put your Club Inspired discount on top of that as well, you are looking at a really, really awesome saving. Right, there was a lot of requests for shaker cards, but also I think twisted easels. They're the 2 that people really up for at the moment, Sara.
Right, come on then. What I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you first of all how to do a regular easel, so that then a twisted easel feels like a natural progression. We're going on a journey, folks. We are going on a journey, right? So this is the easel card that we're going to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to just make a regular easel card with the oval frame, but then I'm going to take it another little step again, and I'm going to add in the shaker element. You know how Sharon was saying you use the internal pieces, Joe? We can use the internal pieces for tags. I'll show you how you can create the shaker as an individual piece, and then it could either be a tag or it could go onto a topper like this, okay?
Is this a shaker easel?
This is a shaker easel.
Oh. It's a Sheasel card. Sheasel card. Sheasel card.
Love it, right? So we're going to use the oval one. So the Venetian lace frame, it's called, Joe, right? I'll pop this back up here so we can see what we're doing. But this is it here, exactly the same principle as before. You've got the 5 different dies in the set, right? So you've got 5 different kind of dies that we're going to use. So to start off, just to create the actual easel, you're just using the outer one here. Now, for that easel, what you're going to do is you're going to do it twice in some regular cardstock and then once in a nice fancy pearl cardstock. So watch this, I'm going to do 2 at once, Joe, because we're doing this onto like a really nice thick cardstock. I'm going to do 2 at once. So can you see I'm putting that onto there, holding that in place, 2 of my base pieces of card, and we send them through. So we're going to cut 2, oh look, I've moved you in there. Right, 2 pieces of card, Joe.
Awesome.
First off. And then I'm going to do another 2, but I'm going to use the a nice printed fancy patterned cardstock like this, and then also a nice cream cardstock. So here we go, we've got...
Sarah Brown from Australia says, Joe, I'm ready anytime for a Sara and Sarah day, so you just let me know. I'm available after midnight every single day. We'll have to make it happen. Maybe we could get you on a craft house. I mean, I would feel quite bad having Sarah on a craft house at 3 o'clock in the morning, I must add, Sara. So it was going to happen, wasn't it? It was going to happen. I called Jan Debbie yesterday, so I mean, I'm not having a good day for it this week.
How did that one go down?
It was fine.
I heard everyone was buzzing about Jan's class yesterday.
Oh, it was so good, yeah. She's lovely, lovely demos.
Word travels, you see, word travels. Right, here we go. So, let me just show you everything that we've got to start and create the base easel card. We've got fancy paper, we've got ivory cardstock, and 2 sheets of regular plain white cardstock, all cut out with that base shape. So what I'm going to do first of all, Joe, is you can add a little bit of ink around the outside, just like we did before. So here is the one where I've just added a little bit of ink around the outside. Doesn't it just give it a bit more of a softer feel? So that was the sandstorm that I've added around the outside there so that you can see how to do that. So there's our fancy one there. And then I'm going to bring in, I've seen my boxer board somewhere. I say I've seen it somewhere, Joe. It could be anywhere. There it is. It's under here. It's under here. Right. So if I bring in the Scoremaster, what we're going to do is we're going to put this base one on here. This is, if you look, you can line it up at the top, and then you can see what is the halfway point. So the halfway point is in the middle of these fancy bits. So I'm going to go with about this one here, Joe, and I'm going to score up the halfway point. Yep.
Fabulous.
And then I'm also going to score about 3/4 of an inch of the way in like that. So you put those 2 score lines there in and fold and burnish them. Right, 1, 2. And then watch what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this one to the base one. So I'm going to go, let's have a little look. Do you know, I might even use a bit of glue, hot glue.
Ooh.
Oh, straight in there, right? So I'm going with the hot glue onto there, which means I can line this up absolutely perfect. All right, so line them up perfectly, line all that up perfectly at the top. Now that connects there at the top, and oh, do you know, Joe, I knew I'd do this if I did it with hot glue. I didn't mean to stick that there. What I meant to do, you know, the one time I used hot glue gun, right? What I meant to do is stick this on the base first, because that looks really fancy. Then we're going to stick the base to the top piece here, right?
Okey-doke.
So I'm going to stick that to there. Right, you just talk amongst yourselves,
no
guys.
problem whatsoever. Marilyn says, I'm so glad it got back to Sara how amazing Jam was yesterday. It was one of my favourite masterclasses ever. There you go.
Wow.
Marilyn said she loves these, getting tons of ideas on how to use them as well. Bernie says, congratulations, Crafter's Companion, on the Best of Craft Awards 2020.
Oh, why, thank you. Hey, can I put a request in, Joe? Can you be little in the corner and then everybody can see what I'm doing?
Absolutely.
Brilliant. There you go. Well, nobody puts Joe in the box, but I've put Joe in the box.
You certainly have.
Right, so I've just stuck that onto there. And now I'm going to do what I meant to do in the first place and attach this onto there with the hot glue gun.
Awesome.
Right.
Mary's saying as well how much she likes inking the edges of these types of dies because it really does make them look so vintage. It really does. But also, do you know what? I think at the same time, Sarah, if you cut these out of some really bright, bold pastels, you could make something that looks very, very summery instead of very vintagey.
Yep.
In fact, as well, how about using things like your black glitter card and your silver glitter card? Imagine how glitz and glam you could make them for things like party invites if we ever have those again. But you know, all of those different things. I think
When, Joe? When?
it is going to be soon, Sarah. It's going to be soon. I can sense it. But you're going to be able to, I really think, play around with it with your different card textures, with your different card colours, and really take these in a lot of different directions because they are, as Sarah said, a store cupboard essential when it comes to crafting. If you ask any card crafter or die cutter what their essentials are, they're absolutely going to say that nesting dies are right up there. That looks awesome.
Doesn't it just? And that's just kind of the starting point. So I'll show you from the front. That is the starting point to show you how the kind of card's going to stand up. And can you see it just stands there like that? Now, where you put that fold line, I always like to put in the halfway point, but where you put that fold line determines what angle you get on this display here. So I quite like that. And I'm going to put my little stopper about here. I think that's quite a nice showy angle for that one.
Do you know what it reminds me of, this shape as well?
What?
Mirror, mirror on the wall.
On the
Who is the
wall,
fairest
it does.
crafter of them all? It's very... is it Sleeping Beauty, isn't it? Is it Sleeping Beauty?
Is it
no.
Snow White?
Snow White.
Snow White.
How can I get my pantos so confused? One of the things this year, obviously not a lot of pantos happening here in the UK, but they're happening online, Sarah. A lot of them are being streamed online at the moment.
Oh,
but
a lot of
apparently... Yeah, apparently our US friends don't have pantomimes.
You don't have pantomimes in
Oh,
America?
no, they don't.
Oh, no way.
I know.
Oh, I am gutted for you guys. I am genuinely gutted for you guys if you don't have pantomimes in the US.
When this show's finished later, if you're in the US, when the Crafters TV shows are finished, go and Google British pantomime, and if you get your head around it, I mean, I'll be surprised. It's the most British thing I think you've ever seen, but it's very, very funny.
I can well believe that. Right, so I've just realised that I forgot to cut the middle out of this jaw while I was on cutting the outside, but you can always come and add it afterwards. So can you see I'm going to add this middle die and then just hold it in place with a little bit of tape. We'll send that one through as well. You know, I just wanted to show you the two options really, didn't I, Joe? Yeah, there we go.
Absolutely did. Getting really, really busy on this, Sarah. Lots of you going for it. A lot of you seeing the value. A lot of the stock gone already. £41 if you're in the UK. $60, remember, becomes $32.80 or $48 as a platinum member. $32.80 to get
all of those dies.
That you'd normally be saying, you know, for a couple of them, maybe even for one of them if you went to some brands out there. But the amount, you know, just because of the volumes we order in, this is how we get you these awesome, awesome deals.
Right, here we go. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to cut this into the craft card jaw and then do a little bit more inking. This, I promise you, will knock your socks off, okay? So I'm going to move this one out of the way. So we've got some cut into some pearlescent card, then into craft card and a little bit of inking. Now, I used the Sandstorm before. I'm going to add a little bit of Friar Brown. Friar Brown or Seal Brown? Oh, too many decisions, Joe, too many decisions.
Friar Brown, because I like the name of it. I don't know why. There's something quite pleasing on the ear about the word Friar.
Come on then, let's do a bit of Friar Brown. So, going to do exactly the same as before. Let's get my glue gun down there before we do some damage with this, right? So I'm just picking up the ink, dabbing off the excess, right? And then moving it a little bit, and you just bring in all these little bits to the edge there. And you see? So being ever so gentle, you're just bringing in that ink over the edge of the cardstock. But can you see I'm moving, I'm not trying to do it down here where my ink's up there. I'm moving the cardstock up to where we've got that lovely edge pieces. All right, there we go.
Beautiful. Susan's asking if these will go through the Junior, Sarah. I think you said they would, didn't you?
They will indeed, yep. They will work through your Gemini or your Gemini Junior. They're all designed to fit into both.
Tall Chicky as well says the frames are so versatile, can mix them up together or at least try it. Mary Lee says as well, the lacy dies are beautiful and so simple to use. They make any card look more expensive. Thanks to the Shaker easel. That's a showstopper, but they really do. And they are a concept that you're already using, so I know you're going to get amazing results when you're using these in the sort of same style that you already are.
Yep. Now what I'm doing, Joe, when I come to want to stick it down is notice I'm doing everything with the dotty tape pens because they're so lacy round the outside. I want loads and loads of glue on, but I only want glue to come where we haven't got gaps in here. And then you can stick, I mean, you can put the middle bit if you wanted to stick, do you know what, whether it's a bit of tacky glue, whether it's a bit of all-purpose glue, you can use any glue to stick the centre, but I did use that dotty tape pen to go around the outside. That's what's going to give me that perfect stick around the outside. And look at this, when I pop this in place, you don't have the manoeuvrability time with them, that's the only thing. But I'm going to get that exactly in place and then look at this.
Love this colour combo, Sarah.
Sticks down. Look at that. Doesn't it just look absolutely perfect? So I've done that one round on the front there. And then I'm going to bring in the one that we did on the cream cardstock. And I'm going to stick that one down onto here. So what I will need to do is just trim off that little bit at the top, Joe. And I'm going to do exactly the same as we did before. I'm going to go and use the... what am I going to use, Joe? I'm going to go and use the dotty tape pen to stick it in place perfectly.
Oh, awesome. They are in stock over on the website, the dotty tape pens as well, so you will find them over there if you want to get your hands on one. Christine says, I like the frames. I need to finish my Christmas cards. Could put the nativity inside a frame. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
You absolutely could. That's a brilliant idea.
And in fact, you know what? I think the larger frames would work beautifully to frame any of your sentiments that you've got. You know, slightly smaller sentiments, especially if you were making a bit more of a simplistic card, Sarah. You just wanted to put a frame and a sentiment on the front of a card. I think these would look great because there's enough detail in the frame to actually carry the whole card through, which is awesome. So definitely another way of using them. Marianne says, Joe, I think a card for your neighbour's new baby would be lovely and they would be so touched. Have you heard about this, Sarah?
I haven't. I was just wondering what that was.
It's creepy, right? I didn't think it was creepy, everyone else did. Basically, my neighbours across the way in the new apartment, I can see into their apartment, they can see into mine, right? She is very pregnant when I move in, and I thought to myself, one day I'm going to come back from my 4 days at work, and they're going to have a baby. And sure enough, the block before last, the days I went back, got home, there she stood in the window with little said baby.
Oh,
so I was going to put congratulations in the window, and then someone said, no, that's really weird, you can't do that. I've never met them before. They just live in a different building. So then I was going to send a card, but people are saying that's also now a little bit creepy. It's just basically me letting them know that I'm watching them and I know what they're up to.
Well, I can see the argument there, Joe. I can see where that's a concern, right?
Who knows? Who knows what I'll do?
Who knows? Right, here we go. What I've done is another piece of this cardstock, Joe, with the sandstorm around the outside. And then if you use that, let's have a little look. We've got this one here. So if you use these two together, right? Those two together, Joe, it's going to give you this. So we can see, let me just get my space tidy. So we're going to have this one outside. We're going to have the two together, gives us this. Then we're going to have this one, if you use just this one alone, the outside one, onto a piece of acetate, you're going to have this. I've stuck a little piece of card so I don't lose it. There's your acetate, right? And then if you use just this one, Joe, just this one here, you're going to end up with this piece here in the cream card. So watch me, I'm going to kind of put all of these together. So first I'm going to start off with this one, and I'm going to stick the acetate just behind here. Here we go. I'm going to go all the way around the outside.
I'm just hearing, Sarah, I know we're 45 minutes in, I'm just hearing our stock system's just updated and a quarter of the stock has already gone. And that is checked out as well. That is, that's names on boxes in our warehouse. There are a lot of people in the ordering process at the moment. And what's happening, Sara, is the more different ways that you show us how to use these, the more ways people think about how to use them, we're just getting busier and busier and busier. They will be on, if you're here in the UK, you can buy them, they'll be available elsewhere, but you won't be getting that Club Inspired discount. If you want to be the first crafter to get your hands on them, you want to get that Club Inspired discount, you want to get them at an incredible price, then today is the day. If you are watching this back after the show, then I would definitely check the website for the stock situation, because we are only 45 minutes in, and this is a big site-wide stock, isn't it, Sara? Not
huge.
just a little bit of stock that we've got for Crafters TV.
No, this is everything we've got, folks. The thing is, it's not very often, Joe, we have something whereby every single person watching Crafters TV now should want/need this. Quite often, a lot of the stuff we do, it's a case of, is this to your personal taste? Is this your cup of tea or whatever? This is everyone's cup of tea, Joe. Everybody makes cards. If you're watching Crafters TV, I'm going to fair hazard a guess that you guys all make cards. So what we're doing here is we are giving you all the core tools that you need to be able to make really professional looking cards. All them beautiful vintage kind of outer frames. I can't emphasize enough to you, Joe, how valuable these are once they're in your kind of craft stash. And we did in a Sara signature collection once. Can you remember I did the beautiful kind of Venetian frames?
Yes,
but
I remember.
To have now a whole set of them is just invaluable as it was. Right, can you see that? So what I've done is I've gone round twice, so 2 layers of the foam tape now, Joe. I'm going to stick that onto there, but then in here what I'm going to do is first of all just add on, I've got a sentiment, so I've just done a nice little thinking of you, which can go in the background there.
Gorgeous.
And then I'm also going to add my shaker pieces. So for the shaker pieces, I've gone with sequins, right? So I've got some lovely little sequins, and I'm just going to add my sequins over the front of here. So there we go. Now, I always find with shaker, more is more. Right?
More is more.
More is more. Don't be being sparing
Stingy
with the shakers. You want lots of shaker on there, right? So I've got loads and loads of shaker on there. And then what I'm going to do is just peel this backing off and take my time, something you don't hear me say very often, take my time to get this positioned exactly over the top. Right, here we go. So that is all shape. Now, because I went round with 2 layers of foam, Joe, it becomes a really awesome. Now look at that.
It's a double deep.
It's a double deep shaker, and you're going to get that lovely kind of depth in there. You've got that thinking of you. You can see all the shaking. That is a generous shaker. Now that, to Sharon's point earlier, would make a fabulous tag.
Really would, wouldn't it?
That makes a great tag on its own. But we're going to bring it and put it on the front of our card now. So there's our base card. I'm going to use the hot glue gun just to kind of get some. Oh, do you need another piece in there? Just to get another little bit. Come on, in you go. Right, there we go. Plenty of hot glue on there, Joe. And then watch, I'm going to pop this on the front of here. And this will give us this lovely, like, kind of 3D feel to it. Yeah, but it's going to set perfectly. Look at that.
Beautiful.
Now, it's not very often I say this, but I'm pretty impressed with that. I know it's my own card. I'm pretty impressed with my own card there, Joe. I just
really
think
gorgeous.
To be able to do a shaker card, but a twist, an easel. We're going to progress onto the twisted easel next. Of this shape, I think looks absolutely incredible.
It really does look
Twisted
gorgeous.
ones next, though, I promise.
A lot of you are asking about the sizes as we go through them as well. So I'm going to tell you the sizes as well as I show you what you're getting in that big collection. Over a quarter now of that big collection has sold out and gone. It is getting busier and busier and busier. I think the more you see it, the more ways of using it you're thinking of. This one here is this is your Torken frame, and this is 5.7 by 5.7 inches. The next one we've got here, this is the Irish lace frame. This one's 6.1 by 5.1 inches this. And again, you can either lay up or use the mats individually or layer them up without dimension, but look at how detailed and lush and lavish and opulent they look when you choose to layer them up together with a little bit of dimension. I am absolutely loving that. The next one we've got here is the bobbin. Now the bobbin is 6.2 by 5.7 inches. It's that more rounder shape. I think this is going to look great for using this for encasing and framing photos, or just popping this on the front of a card. Imagine that on the front of a card, with or without the dimension, with a little sentiment on there. I think you need add nothing more. They are enough on their own, 100%. And then we've got the Venetian lace. Now the Venetian lace is 7.4 by 5.1, so it's the biggest one of all of them. Still going to go through your junior machine, your MIDI machine for you, of course, as well. But they are absolutely gorgeous. £12.99 or £18.99 individually. Any two for £22 or $33. However, far and away the busiest is, of course, getting the whole collection, because when you get that whole collection, you're getting the best value. You're getting all of them, which is so lovely, isn't it? To say, do you know what, I'll take the lot. And you can when they're this price. Platinum members, you guys are spending £32.80 or $48 as well, which is incredible. Very, very busy on that. Right, something else exciting going on today as well, Sara. That one of your posh mates is doing today.
One of my posh mates, is that what you call them?
That's what I call them, yeah.
Yes, so for all of those of you in the UK, hopefully you will watch me on Dragon's Den. And for those of you watching in the US, Dragon's Den is our equivalent of Shark Tank. It's actually the original Shark Tank. I'm just putting it out there, okay? So, and one of my fellow dragons slash sharks is the very famous slash infamous Peter Jones. Now, Peter Jones has been the dragon on this series since the very, very first episode, okay? So it never missed an episode, in fact. So anyway, Peter every year does the 12 days of Jonesmas. So every day on his Twitter page, on his Instagram page, he gives away a fantastic big prize from one of his friends, actually 3 fantastic big prizes from one of his friends in his 12 days of Jonesmas. So because crafting has become so ridiculously popular over lockdown, Peter called me last week and he said, Sara, any chance you would give us some prizes to give away on my 12 days of Jonesmas? So have a little look at this. This is Peter on Peter's Instagram this morning, giving away some Crafters Companion prizes.
It's 10 a.m, which means it's 12 days of Jones time. Today we're opening day 10 of my Advent calendar. Today I'm entering the world of TV shopping for the very first time, but there's no one better to explain today's prize than my fellow dragon. Over to you, Sara.
Well, Peter, and actually welcome to our Crafters TV studio. I've got everything you need if you're looking to get creative this Christmas. Our Gemini machine, some Spectrum Noir pens, a craft box with over 2,000 card making pieces.
Wow, amazing.
And it seemed quite apt to throw in some of our dragon stamps. In fact, Peter, I think this one quite looks like you.
I think you could be right. That dragon's cute too. Sara, I really appreciate you doing this today. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Peter, and good luck, everyone.
For a chance to win this amazing craft package from Crafters Companion, all you have to do is follow the instructions below by 7 p.m, and I'll announce 3 winners at...
Isn't it cute? So let me just add. So we didn't get Peter up here, Joe.
Well,
Peter,
I think I've got competition.
have a little look. He did text me back and say he's no TV shopping presenter, mind. He said, I'm no Joe Remblance. He didn't quite. I'm ad-libbing a little bit there. But he might as well have done, Joe.
May as well.
He was so impressed with you. So basically, though, I just thought, why not tell all you guys? Because actually, you might as well try and be in with the chance of winning that prize. So if you're on Twitter or Instagram, all you need to do is go over to Peter's page. So should I ever check what he is? I better double check what we're having a look. So at Peter Jones CBE. Oh, of course he is.
I think you're going to change.
CBE.
I think you should change yours, Sara.
I don't know. So go and search. Well, just go and search for Peter Jones, and you'll find Peter Jones's page. And then if you're on Instagram, it's the top one there. Let's have a look. There is already hundreds of people in there. I will warn you, but there's 3 of those prizes to give away. So yeah, 261 people have entered already, but that means there's still plenty of chance for you to win. So Instagram or Twitter, and you can go and enter them now.
Awesome. Don't miss out on that. It's always lovely to be able to win something, isn't it? Now, I want to tell you about the sentiments because actually, do you know what? Looking at the size of the larger frames here, I think these sentiments would go really, really well in there. This is like a cartload preview deal as well because, of course, cartload coming up later, you're paying for 3 here. We're sending you 9. Yeah, you get 6 3. 6 free even. I can't. The 6s and 3s and 3s are all over the place here. What you get though in each and every one of these, they are so versatile. These is you get the die cut sentiment. So this part here, the thinking, is die cut, and then what you've got is all of these awesome stamps around it, which allow you to customise your entire sentiment. So you've got thinking, happy thoughts, lots of love, special day, birthday, you're always, I like your, I'm always. So they are the awesome ways in which you can then customise your own sentiment. As well as thinking, you've also got sympathy. Let's face it, sympathy cards are very hard to make, very hard to write. These are going to really help you putting that together. You've got with deepest, thinking of you, wishing you comfort and peace are some of the stamp sentiments that you've got in there. Love. And with this one, you can have I love you, with our love, all my love. Love is a beautiful thing. Maybe we could make our own and change it to love is an open door, if you wanted to, for any Frozen fans out there. You've got smile as well, which is another great one. Things are looking up. That'd be a good one at the moment, wouldn't it? Smile. Things are looking up. Then we've got family in here. You've also got friend also, celebrate, and sorry, as well as special. The other one, the special one is good because you can use special with other ones. You can have special friend, special family, special love. You get all 9 of those for £17.97. So hang on, you're looking at just over £2 per collection there on those. It is really, really awesome value for money. If you were looking for a little bit of a Christmas treat for yourself, I think you'd be hard pushed to find better value than those. The lace frames still proving very busy. I just want to show you a couple of the ones that I've got over here, a couple of these samples actually, because a couple of these have been done quite differently. I love it in a different colourway. What we've got here is some embossed elements, and then this is a beautiful wedding card, which I think is gorgeous. And again, done as that easel. How about this wonderful fold-back card that you've got just here? It's a bit similar to the one that you saw Sara make there at the top. Just as I said earlier, you know, as I said about maybe making these a bit more vibrant, absolutely you can, because look at how different that looks. Now we've put that sort of coral, orange, yellow and white colourway into there. It gives it a completely different look and feel, but also then at the same time, don't be afraid of getting your pattern papers and cardstocks involved as well, because that again is going to give you a different feel. What I love about these is whether you are creating your project solely focusing on these dies, or you're just bringing them in to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of extra interest to a project that you're already making, they're going to fit in any which way that you want them to. Let me run you through again what you are getting, because it is getting very, very busy now. You've got here the Torken lace frame. You are also going to receive the Irish lace frame, as well as the bobbin lace frame, and also remember the Venetian lace frame as well. This is my producer Erin's favourite one, the Venetian. I think it might be, do you know, I think this one here, I think might be my favourite. I like the bobbin lace. They are all, of course, beautiful. And don't forget, you can mix and match them as well. I think that the Torken lace one here with some of the Irish lace one, some of those layers played about with together to give you a new shape is going to be awesome. £41 to get 4 brand new collections is really awesome value for money. Remember though, Club Inspire Platinum members, you can get this for $32.80 today, meaning you're saving nearly £20, which is quite incredible on a brand new launch. Platinum members in the US, $48, saving you $27.95. Whether you're going for one of them, whether you're going for 2 of them, whether you're going for all of them, pretty much everyone going for all of them, then you are going to get something beautiful. I'm really excited to see what you end up creating with them as well. Talking of creating, Sara, what are we going to be creating next?
Well, I promised we were going on a voyage of discovery, Joe. We were doing a journey. We started off with the basics, just learning how the dies worked. We progressed on to how to do an easel card, which I personally think looks absolutely awesome, with the bonus added bit of the shakers. And you all wanted to know how to do the twisted easel. So let me show you. This is the twisted easel. So what we're going to do is we're going to do the shape. I think they look even better when they're shaped. So what you've got is you're going to have it fold flat to go in the envelope, and then it's going to twist and come up to you. So you're going to get that beautiful kind of
Matches your dress.
Well, this is what I thought. I'll be honest. I put the green on today because I knew I was doing this card, and I just thought it all looked and worked together really well. So right, here we go. So I'm going to start off with just a sheet of plain white A4 cardstock, right? And remember when I showed you the very, very first card, we scored this in half. So I'm just going to do half fold in here. We end up with a card folded in half. And because these dies are super thick, they're going to cut through multiple layers at once, okay? So when we're creating base card shapes, you're going to use the outer die here. So can you see, we've got this outer one here. I'm going to put this so that it just goes, can you see, over the top there. I'll do a Sara zoom, ready? You can see it just goes over the edge there. And I'm going to hold that in place with just a little bit of tape, right? There we go, a little bit of tape there, Joe. Hold it in place so that it doesn't move as it's going through the machine. And your Gemini, of course, will cut through 2 layers, absolutely no problem at all. Now, I know where a lot of people ask, do these fit through the Gemini Junior as well as your large Gemini? Yes, they do. They are all designed to work with both machines, okay? So that's going to go through, and it's going to cut through 2 layers of the card first of all. Ready? So this, and to be honest, even if you're just doing a really basic shaped card, not an easel one, come on you, I'm just going to lift you off ever so gently. Gentle is, there you look at that. I've still ripped the card. That is so me, Joe. That is so me. You're going to be more gentle than me, right? So can you see, card is all joined. Even if you're just wanting to do a shaped card, look at that. That shaped card would just fold. And from the front, looks absolutely fantastic. There you go. I'll put it right in the middle for you there. And if you want to avoid this part here, right, let me show you. Let's just get another piece of cardstock here. I'm going to just go through and do another one of these cut. Am I ready? Oh, don't you be getting stuck in there. I'm going to just do another piece cut and show you how they kind of all go together, Joe.
Awesome. Getting really, really busy now. Jennifer says, right, husband out the door, time for Crafters TV on the big telly.
Yes!
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Maybe, you know, we need some selfies, some big telly selfies. We haven't had any for a long time, have we?
Love
Maybe
a good
it's time.
selfie.
Get a selfie of you in front of your big TV with us on it and send it to us. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk.
Right, so I'm going to do a little bit of a card making class here. So if you're wanting to just do a regular shaped card, stick that onto the front. Nobody's going to realise that you've got that fold over the edge there. And then look, that will give you a lovely shaped card this way, right? And it will also give you a lovely shaped card tenfold like this. But we're going to do it as a twisted easel. So watch what we're going to do, okay? I'll draw it first of all. We're going to go crossways across the corner of your card diagonally like that, okay? So put your hinge on the left and we're going bottom left to top right. And if I just bring in my scoring tool, I'm just going to line those corners up. So pick a line and I'm going to line the centre of that corner and the centre of this corner and just score that exactly down the middle. So that's where you put your score line in. So we score it, we fold it over, and then all we're going to do is we're going to connect that front piece onto here like this. You see, I'm going to stick them down really, really well. And I'm going to just pop these, there we go, plenty of tape on here. Notice I'm using a regular tape pen here, not the dotty tape pen, because what I want to do is I want to get this stuck down really, really thoroughly. Your dotty ones are for when you don't want to be able to see them. Look at that, I've got that stuck down absolutely lined up perfectly. There you go. Oh, not quite. So let's have a look. I'm going to get it. Go, you get down. There we go. Perfect into there. So that gives me. Are you ready for this? So flat in the envelope. I'm going to let you have a look from the close-up camera instead. It looks more impressive, right? Flat from the envelope, and then you just twist, and that's going to form your tweezle, your twisted easel. impressive or what, Joe? And wasn't it a lot simpler than what you think it's going to be?
Yeah, really, really straightforward, especially when you've got nice big dies like this.
So then all I'm going to do is now I'm going to use a bit of that green cardstock. I'm now going to cut the fancy pieces out. Now here's a little bit of a top tip, okay? Well, 2 top tips in fact. If I've got a pokey tool here, which I absolutely have, just make sure, yep, that could have been my foot there, that just, make sure you've poked all the little pieces out, which I have. Even though we've got 2 pieces of card, Joe, I'm going to cut them one at a time, okay? So I'm going to cut these one at a time and just make sure that we cut all the detail, and then I'm going to add a little bit more ink onto there as well.
Awesome. Lots of you sending in pictures as well of all the different projects you've been creating with your nesting dies. We love seeing them. Keep sending them in to us. Studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them into. Yolanda saying, yes, please. Really, really intrigued to see this twisted easel. Stephen Lee saying, just ordered the whole collection along with the Sharon Callis Butterfly Bloom collection.
Oh, wow.
Stunning. Cannot wait to play. So very, very excited about getting his hands on them. Lots of you got these. Lots of you got them in your basket and checked out already. 30% of the stock, Sara, has sold out and gone. It is a site-wide stock that we've got at the moment. So it is getting really, really busy on these.
And I will warn you that Crafters TV are getting first bite at the cherry. So these are going to be launching. I'm doing the launch tomorrow morning on Create and Craft. I'm trying to think when I think we've seen these on HSN. So they should be on the HSN website for anyone as well who's watching them on HSN. So let me just show you here. I'm going to add, now don't be frightened to do this, colour onto colour, right? So I'm going to go with the same, hang on, I have lost me little applicator, Joe. Joe, I've got stuff everywhere. I don't know how, does everybody else make this much of a mess when they're in? Here we go. Right,
I had a dream, I think, was it last night or 2 nights ago? I had a dream that I did some crafting in a show, Sara.
Right.
And
how did that all go down?
It didn't go very well at all. I perpetually couldn't find anything.
Just like when we're doing the shows.
Everything was on the desk, Sara, and I just couldn't find anything. Everything was underneath everything. But it was a good 20 minutes and I didn't get anything done. I was trying to do some foiling, is what I remember trying to be doing.
Oh, well, just go in with something easy to start with, Joe,
Yeah, trying to do some foiling.
Doesn't need a lot of equipment.
I was trying to die cut a detailed die, and then I was trying to foil the die cut piece afterwards as well. So I had all these machines, all these plates, I didn't know what any of it did, and then I woke up.
I bet you were relieved to wake up.
I really was, yeah.
Now look at the difference there between when we've added the ink and when it's... Now, if I'd cleaned my fingers, you wouldn't have all these dirty marks on there. But it doesn't matter because we're going to matte and layer over top of them. But look how much better. And don't be frightened to use green on green. So I've gone with a much darker green onto the lighter green cardstock, and it just gives you that lovely kind of two-tone effect. I know a lot of people always think, oh, if we're distressing, we've got to use like brown or grey or something. Whereas I think it's quite nice to add a little bit of colour and go green onto green.
Awesome. Really, really love that effect. And I think the great thing is it doesn't matter what you want to do with them. Actually, I bet you know a little bit of clear ink on the edges of these, and then some clear embossing powder, to give them like a bit of enamelling.
I was thinking clear ink, you won't be able to see it. But yes, with a bit of embossing, that would be lovely.
Would be lovely, wouldn't it?
Right, here we go. Dotty tape pen round the outside, because we're going to want to stick these down flat onto our twisted easel card. So you want plenty of dotty tape pen. And then we've got dotty tape pen around the outside, but we can use straight tape pen on the inside because it's a little bit stronger. All right, here we go. It's going to go onto the front here. And this is when I think having that multiple layers of the frame really comes into its own. So look at that there. And I can use that dotty tape pen to stick it down really, really well. Looks really impressive. And then exactly the same on the inside here. Again, dotty round the outside, Joe. And then we're going to do, once we've done the dotty around the outside, I'm going to do straight on the inside as well.
How fabulous. Really coming together. Lots of you loving this technique as well. Clarissa saying, love the Sharon Callis vintage lace twisted frame easel cards. And the great thing is, guys, I know I've said it a couple of times already in the show, but you're going to be able to do this with, or use these to do all of the projects that you're already adding. Yes, if you're making projects with these as the focal point, they're going to be awesome. But actually, even just with a sentiment on top, wouldn't you agree, Sarah, that they just add interest to so many things you're already working on?
Absolutely. It's just all about drawing the eye into place. It really is that simple, drawing the eye into a focal point. I mean, that could be anything on that card now. Now we've done the actual base card, where you take it is completely up to you. What I'm going to do is just go nice and simple. So I've got a little bit here, some patterned papers, and I'm just going to do, because we're doing the plain die and we've got none of the fancy cutting, I'm going through 2 layers at once. So I'm going to do my 2 layers, one for the front and one for the back. And the thing is, what you can do, Joy, is you can do it with the, you can do the base one, you can use the different sizes. So bear in mind, this one here, it's going to do a smaller version. Let me just show you what I mean. So this is going to give me 2 of these. And then if you want the smaller version, so if we do this in white, you can take that smaller version and the white goes on there. Looks really nice. And then actually what I've done is I've done one the other way, where we've got white in the background and we've got the patterned one cut out of the coloured one. So we've got the 2 different opposite ways. And I'm just going to mat and layer them up, Joe, and put them on the front of the card.
Awesome. You guys are absolutely loving this whole collection. A lot of you... sorry, Anne says, I didn't know the twisted easel was meant to be harder. It was the first easel card I ever did. Check Anne out.
Wow,
Showing
Anne.
off, Anne. Really showing off there. I love it. Marilyn saying how lovely that green looks against Sara's dress. Absolutely it does. Burke's Bun says, Tweezle. Ha ha ha. I like it. There you go. You can have that one. Very, very busy on these. 40% now of the stock of this whole collection has sold out and gone, getting busier and busier as we move into this second hour. I think the more you guys see these, the more ways in which you see of using them, then absolutely, I think the more inspired you guys are getting. Very busy across all of them. Remember what you're getting in there. You are getting, of course, Torkin lace. You're getting the Irish lace, you're going to get the bobbin lace, and you're going to get the Venetian lace as well. And I'll take you back through all 4 of those that you're getting in there as well. You're loving hot glue today, Sara.
Well, speed, George. You know what it is? I've been doing loads of Christmas crafting with the kids. And I'm doing everything with the glue gun just for speed, because they haven't got the patience to wait. So I do all the glue gun sticking. Our Oliver decided he was going to stick some pom-poms on something the other day, and seemed like a great idea until he stuck his finger in the hot glue at one point. So now he's like, he won't have anything to do with the hot glue gun. So, but never mind. Right, let's have a look. The sending love. What I'm going to do is, Joe, I want that to be raised up, so you can either use the hot glue or you could use your foam pads, or in this case what I'm going to do is I'm going to go again double, Joe. So I'm going to use the 2 layers of foam pads so it raises up quite deep. I'm going to put 2 on top of each other. So I'm just using the foam tape because it's handy, because it doesn't matter how many times I seem to get foam pads out, leave them here, and our Craig has them and they are just gone. And I say, you've got to replenish them, you know, and then I come in and there's never any here, Joe. So I'm going to just go with the foam tape instead.
Awesome.
I don't think he must love foam tape as much, does he?
I don't think so, no. He's the foam pads he's after.
He's a
They
foam pad man.
were the hero tool on yesterday's show, the foam pads,
Ooh.
along with some of the tapes. So do check back and have a look there if you need to grab some more as well. This is looking beautiful. And I'm just thinking about all the different colour combinations you could play around with. Just on each one of these different designs that you've done, Sara, would give you a really different look and feel.
Well, this is the beauty. They're not, you don't have to think about, is this a style or whatever that you like? Because basically everybody needs frames like this. You're going to use them on every single one of the cards that you do, Joe. So I think, why not be able to use really fancy detailed Venetian frames like this as opposed to just any ordinary type of frame, especially if you're doing things like your twisted easels.
Absolutely. They're going to work perfectly for that. Right, I'm going to run you back through what you are getting and the different ways of grabbing hold of these. Now, let's go through them. Individually, you guys are liking them, but it actually is the big collection that you were going for. Easy to see why. So when you go for them all individually, what you should be paying, if you buy them all individually, is £51.96 or £75.96. Let me take you through them. So this one that you've got here is that Torkin lace, and here you can see this has been done without any kind of dimension, as you can see, so just laid flat and staggered. But it's when you layer them up dimensionally, you get this awesome, real lush effect on here as well, which is brilliant. So you've got that one just there, £12.99 or £18.99 if you want to get your hands on that one. Then you've got the Irish lace, which is this one here, which is this more sort of rectangular feel. I really love all of this extra detailing you've got along the sides here, and even that centre panel has got lots and lots of detail on there as well. This one here is the bobbin lace frame, as you can see, which is awesome. It's kind of like a doily, isn't it? It's really, really gorgeous. And again, you've got that one just there. Then you've also got here as well the Venetian lace frame there too, which is really lovely. It does almost remind me like a sort of Venetian lace mirror almost. £12.99 or £18.99 if you want to get your hands on those ones, which are awesome. Right, but you save over 20% when you get them all together. Actually, as well, as a Club Inspired Platinum member, $32.80 or $48 when you get them all together, which is brilliant. Saving yourself as a Platinum member, $19.60 or $27.95. As I said earlier as well, there's loads of awesome things that you guys will already be doing with your nesting dies. Nesting dies are not something new, and Cindy actually has sent us in a few pictures of things that she's been doing with her nesting dies that she already has in her stash, and they are absolutely gorgeous. You can see here, size of that schmetterling on there, look at that, absolutely beautiful. She's also sent us in this lovely rounded one here with the boat. This is what I was talking about earlier, Sarah, using two different sort of shapes together on the one card. See, like with the scalloped and the straight there, looks beautiful, doesn't it?
Beautiful.
Really gorgeous.
Oh, beautiful, Cindy.
Really lovely. She's also sent us in one with some florals as well, which is this one here. You are absolutely fabulous there. You are fabulous, Cindy, is what I would say. A lot of love, a lot of people talking about pattern papers and adding pattern papers, which is absolutely awesome. Crafty AJ says, getting us all crafted is one of those positive things to come out of this lockdown. So thanks, Crafts Companion. You are more than welcome. Stephen Lee is saying, imagine using the vintage lace collection with this collection. Sorry, the vintage Christmas collection with this collection would look absolutely amazing. Yeah, I really agree with you, Stephen. I think it would look awesome, especially if you had some of the paper pads, although the paper pads are like gold dust, I will let you know. Karen says as well, oh, I like the card that Sara gave a name but couldn't hear what it was called. Was it called the, which one was it? The wardrobe card.
Like a wardrobe card. I did just make that word up. So I'm hoping that we'll get loads of cards done, so we can try for that one next if you want.
Oh, awesome. Yes, I'd love to see how that one is created. Something else that's really busy as well in the shows is this next item coming up here, which is a Crafter's Companion, Learn to Flower Form. Really awesome. This, you've got 3 different die collections in here. So you've got the clover and the lily, as well as the leaves and vines. Then you're getting two of the foams in there, as well as the stamens as well. So you can see there, a great price on that. Wonderful saving for you as well. Platinum members, £28 or $43.20 if you want to get your hands on that one. Right, so a wardrobe card, was it that you called it, Sarah?
I called it a wardrobe card. So I've just got the stuff out to do my aperture-based card, but we can do that one next if you want as well.
Sounds fabulous.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've just made up the word for that. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but I think it's quite nice, isn't it?
Really,
so
really
the only
gorgeous.
thing is, it doesn't fold flat at all. It needs to come in its own display box, okay? But I think they do look really impressive, don't they?
Really, really gorgeous. Yes, so if you want to get your orders in, absolutely do. As I said, 40% now the stock of this brand new launch is sold out and gone. So do let me know. Let me know which one you're loving, which one. Let me know what you're most excited about crafting when you get these home as well. You can do that in the comments over on Facebook or, of course, across on our YouTube channel as well. Kathy says, Sarah, will you come out with a new foil press mystery bag, please? I didn't have my foil press when the first one came out, and now I really need one. Pretty please.
I love that you can just get your requests in. Yes, well, do you know who the one to ask for is? Craig. I'm sure Craig's got a foil press show planned at some point. When have I planned it? It might be early into the new year, mind, because we're planning our January shows at the moment. So I will absolutely put a request in to get a goodie bag on that show if we've got the stock available to do that. So don't hold me to it, but I will endeavour and try.
Awesome. There you are.
Right.
So yes, we'll do our best. Okay, wardrobe card. I'm excited.
No, we're not doing wardrobe card.
We're not doing wardrobe card.
I've got all my stuff out ready to do the aperture. I can do the wardrobe one next for you,
Okay.
though, right? Now, some great tips here. So for all this looks like a really simple card, I've actually got some cracking tips to show you how to get the best out of this. So I love this idea where you've essentially got a peek through from the front of the card into the inside, and it's how do we get that absolutely perfect inside the card like this. Okay, so let me show you how we're going to do it. Okay, we're going to start off first of all with the base card. So I'm just going to fold this base card. I already put my score line in the middle, Joe. And then I've got my mats and layers of the cardstock to go on the front of it. Now what I'm going to do is use the dotty tape pen, because that is it's not permanent, so we can get the dotty tape pen and essentially align this as though we're in the middle that way, and then I'm going to do the same with the next layer on top of here. Okay, so I'm going to get those two lined up absolutely perfectly. Right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the dies, here they are, right? So I'm using here the Irish lace frame. And what we want is, we want the outer two pieces to be cut with this one, and then we want the inner piece to be cut with the next one. So once I'm happy with those mats and layers, I'm actually going to tape this first piece in place, Joe. Let's have a little look. So I'm just on that there, holding that in place. And we're going to get that and send that through, but not the base card. I'm going to lift this back off here, right? And because we've just used that dotty tape pen, it's not really going to move on here. So there we go. That goes onto there, Joe. And we're going to send this through, and it'll do all the die cutting. So this cuts out the outer frames. And then I wanted a tiny little gap to then come to the inner frame on the next side. So you'll see all this now. So because this cuts through two layers at once, going to have absolute, oh crikey, it does, like when you put a bit of glue on mine, it does stick really well. Just shows how good that glue is, doesn't it?
It really does. Right,
so that'll come there. Oh, and then tape. Come on, Sarah, be really gentle. Yes, I can do it, Joe, I can do it. Right, then what you're going to do is, you see, you're going to place this back on here, back where it was going to be at, right? We've already had it in place once, haven't we? Got that back where it's going to be at, and then you take the next one and we're going to position that in place, Joe, and see that then cuts out and leaves that little bit of a frame. Beautiful idea, isn't it?
This paper, is it from Vintage Lace, this paper pack?
It is indeed. This was
Yes.
a gorgeous one, isn't it?
It really is gorgeous. I don't think we've got any in the UK, but we did have some. I think we did have some restocked over on HSN, didn't we? So I'm not sure if it all went, but maybe worth a little look on the HSN website if you're in the US.
Worth a little try. This is why you've got to do a Christine Mahoney every
Absolutely.
time we get some new paper pads in. If it's one that you love, you've got to stock up on it, folks.
Pam is saying, hi Joe, can you tell me what app I need? As we just bought a new TV last week, and it's a smart TV, so I should be able to get Crafters TV on the big telly.
Oh, yes!
Absolutely you can. Just go to YouTube. So if you don't have the YouTube app on your TV already, then download that YouTube app, or what you can, of course, do, so download the YouTube app. It should be there already, so just go in there, search Crafters Companion, and you'll be able to find us. Or if your TV's got like a web browser in it as well, you can go to the Crafters Companion website and watch us through there as well. But you'll be able to get us big PPE Pam. Make sure you send us a big telly selfie as soon as you've worked it out.
Yeah, please do. Do you know what? I remember when my in-laws got their smart TV, and I went round and programmed and showed them exactly how to get, how to put YouTube up. And in fairness now, my 7-year-old, our Oliver, now operates YouTube on the smart TV for them, no problem. It's amazing what kids can do these days, isn't it? So, but yes, I would highly recommend. It's as simple as you just go onto YouTube, and then once you've found us, YouTube's really clever at working out that next time you're watching YouTube, you're probably going to want to see what Crafters Companion are doing. So or if you keep going back to us and looking for us, it'll start just giving you that. So when I turn our TV on and put the YouTube app on, it just, if we're streaming live at the time, it comes up right at the top and tells me.
There you are. So once you've worked it out, Pam, let me know. If you have any issues, I'll do my best to help you. When I say I'll do my best to help you, I'll ask someone in the office that's a bit more tech savvy to help you, because, to be honest, I've probably got about the same level of knowledge, to be fair.
So, yeah, no, Joe. It's people always assume that the younger generation are better at it. Now, I can say, yes, that's absolutely true for, like, our Oliver, so very young. But me and you, not the most techie people in the world, are we not, Joe?
Some of my friends are, like, really good with it. Maybe it's because they do sort of IT and stuff for work. Maybe let's just say that's what it is. That's why they're great at it.
But you're on the telly, Joe, so you do TV. So that also should follow that we should know this stuff.
Exactly, I guess so. Rose says I get 10 points for my paper pad knowledge. Sarah sent us in a Telfie. Absolutely winning, Sarah. Thank you for that. Roberta says, Sara, I told you what you are calling a wardrobe. It's a bridge card.
A bridge card. Thank you, guys.
Sue King says that she thinks these frames might be awesome to use for more masculine cards as well, as they're not too pretty. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Sue. Good shout.
Shannon wants to know how you stop your glue gun from being stringy when you apply it, Sara.
I think I give a little squirt and then I punch and kind of pull it out. I'll show you that when I get to it. Right, there is my... Doesn't that... Now, that took a little bit of doing, Joe, but... When you've got that lovely frame around the outside, doesn't it just look really professional? You can see that tiny little bit of the craft card on a shadow. Then you've got the base card. Then you've got the white just a tiny little bit further in. So I think it was definitely worth taking the time to show everybody how you do that. Now, I've done that, Joe. And then actually, I meant to stick some ribbon along the front. And I don't even know where my ribbon is. So you just, right, here we go. So I'm going to find the ribbon. And then there's no way on this earth I'm going to be able to pull this. Is there? Is there? I might just do a little bit of pulling like this and get my ribbon up there. Right. You just talk amongst yourselves, guys.
No problem at all. Don't remember this. Don't remember. That's not what I meant, is it? I meant don't forget. And I said don't remember. Don't remember. Don't forget this isn't, of course, the only show today. There is another show coming up. And, of course, it's an awesome one because it's a Thursday, which means one thing. It means that it is, of course, time for Cartload, which is awesome. So make sure you join myself and Craig, 4 p.m. UK time, which is 11 a.m. East Coast time, because we will have a fabulous Cartload show for you, which is absolutely, it's going to be excellent. Loads of you still chatting away as well. Diana says that I'm far from a techie person, and I'm guessing Diana has managed to get us on her big TV as well. So congratulations, Diana. Loads more coming up this week as well, of course, here on Crafters TV. There will be a fabulous Colour Me Happy show tomorrow. We've got the Craft House, of course, at the weekend, Second Chance Sunday, along with a whole host of other great shows and masterclasses as well. So make sure you keep it Crafters TV all week as well, which is absolutely fabulous. Right, what colour is that you're going with there, Sara?
Right, I've gone for a bit of pale fig, Joe, because I find that the pale fig just matches in with this absolutely beautifully. Now, look what I'm doing. I'm putting a lot of ink around the outside, all right? So a lot of ink around the outside. And then I'm going to kind of lift it in a little bit as we pull into the middle, right? So here is a lot of ink around the outside, okay? And then once we get ready to go for it, I'm going to just start and bring this in a little bit. So can you see that we're just kind of building up that kind of level of ink as it was, okay? So there we go. Perfect.
It's lovely, really lovely colour, and I think it works so well with that frame. Monica says that all of your cards so far today have been absolutely beautiful, Sara. I have to agree with that.
Well, do you know what? When you've got great product to work with, it's really easy to make great cards. And trust me, I do a lot of matting and layering on my cards, and being able to do the matting and layering with products like this makes such a difference. I mean, such a difference, okay? So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. This is just what was left over, Joe.
Sheila said you could turn this into a birthday card and send it to her.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sheila.
Birthday coming up there that I might have missed. Fabulous. Subtle as a brick there, Sheila. Yeah. You see, it was Sheila you said, didn't you?
It was indeed.
Subtle as a brick, Sheila. Brilliant. Right, here we go. On there, let's pop these together and do that next kind of layer on there. Ready, Joe?
Absolutely brilliant. Very, very busy. Remember, you're getting all four. I think sometimes, especially if you're tuning in a bit later today, you might look at the screen and think, £41, I'm not going to get all of them, surely, for that price. No, you are. It's a brand new launch. It's first chance you've had to get your hands on it, and you are going to get all four of those collections as well. £41 or $60, which is absolutely awesome value for money.
Right, here we go. So, matted and laid flat onto there. I'm going to take this next one and another little bit of ink, here we go, subtle bit of ink around the outside. And I'm just going to pull all of this here. Let's have a little look like that. So now I haven't added any more ink onto there, Joe. So if you notice, I've just used the little bit of ink that was left on here. So it's all very subtle at this stage. So that's going to come on to the next one. You can see how that's starting to build up in its subtlety. And then let's have a little look. I've done another little die cut to go in the middle one. And then I've got one of Sharon's other sets where we've just used the die cut that says sending love. So putting the whole card together, Joe. If I get my card for the outside here, I'm going to use the actually, no, I'm not. I want it to stick down really well. I was going to use the all-purpose, but I actually want that. I'm loving with these here. You need the dotty tape pen around the outside. You need to do it. So take the time and do it, and we're going to get a really good flat stick. And then this is where we're going to take our time and we're going to position this in the middle. Now, apparently we've made Sheila's day with the call out. Do you know what, Sheila? Send your address to studio@crafterstv.co.uk and we will write this card for Sheila. In fact, should we do that now, Joe?
Don't send it there. Send it to studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Otherwise, you definitely won't get it, Sheila.
Where did I tell them to send it?
Studio@crafterstv.
Just make it up.
@crafterscompanion.co.uk is where you
What did we say it
send
was Sheila?
to. Sheila. I wonder, is it Sheila with a...
Sheila, yep. Love from...
Do you know why? Because the only Sheila I know has got a G in it.
Sheilagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheilagger. I have a friend spelled Sheilagger, and I also have a friend that's just Sheila. Like
just Sheila.
H on the end like that. So I know both ways, Joe. So, but I also knew I could type it one way and then add the G on the end if she was a Sheilagger. So here we go. I'm going to lie that there. So Sheila, I am sending love on your birthday, and you just need to send your address in and we'll get that sent out to you. I'm going to get loads of people telling me it's their birthday now, aren't I, Joe?
Yeah.
I'm just all ready for that coming now. There we go. Sheila, your card, fabulous.
Oh, there you are, Sheila. I hope that has made your birthday. Sheila has also sent us in a telfie, so it's as if we knew and we've rewarded Sheila. We'll show you that telfie in just a second. I need to let you know, oh, here she is, Sheila McCourty. Oh, look at... Not the best photo of me, but you look fabulous there, Sheila. I need to let you know that half the stock has gone of this big collection. It is getting very, very busy. Sarah sent us in a telfie as well. Well, Sarah, you'd never guess that it is, 1:30 in the morning in Melbourne. You're looking fresh as a daisy there, Sarah. So thank you so much for sending that one into us as well. Lots of you sending us in pictures, which I absolutely love. Shadiah says, late for this show, had a hard night, just got home. Well, it's lovely to have you with us. Karen says, I need a week off work, all to myself, just so I can have a go at all of these techniques and play with all the things that I got during birthday week. I think you should just get it booked. Get yourself a week booked off and go for it.
Can I just say, you know how we sending that card to Sheila?
Yeah.
How about I say, we'll send one more card in the show.
Okay.
Right? But I'm only sending the card to someone who sends a telfie.
Oh, there you are.
So if you send a telfie, I will send my next card to someone who sends a telfie. And you can pick it in the next kind of 10 minutes as I'm making it, Joe.
There you are. Well, Pam's just said, Sara Jo, can I have one for my birthday too? Signed by you and Joe. Well, Pam, you know what you got to do? Send us in a telfie and we'll pick one more. We'll do one more winner before the end of the show. Panda Craft says, Sara, I need a die making when I'm creating a baby cot. It's taking me forever to cut all the pieces for the frame and the bars. Can you make one, or even a ladder about 2 inches wide would be good? There you go. So a die system that makes some sort of three-dimensional baby's cot.
Wow.
I know.
Right.
I can't imagine
what...
what...
system for a three-dimensional
I can't imagine what that might look like. But do you know what?
It'll be a big lot of expensive dies, folks.
Thinks it will be. I'll have a little word with Leanne, see what she says. Lots of you loving that colourway in that last one there as well. So very, very busy. Right, let me remind you of, before I remind you again of the nesting dies, let me remind you of those sentiments that we've got available for you on the show. These are those. So as you can see, you've got the actual die cut element in here, which is the middle part, and then what you've got is all of the stamps then around there, which is awesome. So you can see thinking, and then you've got lots of love on your birthday, of you, anniversary, and sending. So you've got loads of really lovely interchangeable elements of the sentiment. As well as thinking, you've got sympathy, again with all of those stamps that are customised for that sentiment. You've also got love, smile, you've got family, friend, celebrate, there's sorry, and you've got special as well, which is awesome. So all of those, you're buying 3 and we're going to give you another 6, which is absolutely awesome. So really, really great value for money. I think this has slipped through the net, this deal, you know. This definitely should have been in my cartload show. Like, have you pulled rank with this one, Sara? I think you may have. I do think you may have. Let me go back and remind you again of this, because I'm hearing over half now the stock of our Sharon Callis brand new. Am I right in thinking this is a world launch as well, Sara, as well as a Crafters TV launch?
No, because it's on HSN website.
Oh, okay.
Almost, Joe,
Nearly.
Almost. Nice try.
Nearly. I'll always do my best for you guys, you know. What we've got on here, of course, are we've got the Torque and Lace, which is this one here. Now, what I love is that actually the dies, they're quite compact, but what Sharon has really excelled at and been able to do is design something that gives you the most amount of usability. So you've got your Torque and Lace. You've also got the Irish lace frame here as well. You're then going to receive the bobbin lace frame, and you're also going to receive the Venetian lace frame there as well, which is awesome. £41 or $60 gets you absolutely all of that. Don't forget to get those Telfies in, because remember, if you want to win Sara's next card, then that is exactly what you need to do.
Do you know how good I'm going to be, Joe?
What?
If like nobody wanted the card badly enough to send me a Telfie. I'll be pretty good. I'm just going to put that out there. Because all you need to do is take a photo of you watching the TV, like, hello,
Yeah.
it's Telfie.
You can do it on the laptop. Do you know what? We'll even let you off, right? If you really genuinely can't get us on the big TV, just send a picture of you watching us. How about that, Sara? Or am I being too much of a pushover now?
No, go on. I would love to see you guys. And do you know what I love is, Joe? You guys spend all your time seeing us. We hardly ever get to see you. Only when we do Craft House and we get people live, or people send us photos. So if you really desperately don't want to send a photo of yourself, send a photo of your craft room and what you're working on at the moment. Or like you say, as Joe says, of what you're showing us. Anyone sending photos, that's who I'm going to pick to win my card.
Awesome. Okie doke. So make sure you get them in studio at craftscompanion.co.uk is where you need to send them. Right, is it time for the bridge card?
Ooh, do you know what is so much better name than the name I'd given it? Because it doesn't look like a wardrobe at all. I felt like it was like wardrobe shaped with a mirror on the front, okay? So what I'll do is I'm going to give you all of the sizes to do this, okay? We're going to start off with a piece of A4 cardstock, but to make life easy on the measurements, because that is 11 3/4, I'm going to trim a fly's eyelash, aka about 1/4 inch off the end, so that we should now be at, let's have a little look at that, tremendous, 11.5. That's exactly what I was after, 11.5 inches. Now, you want your scoring board, Joe, and what we're going to do is we're going to score.
Sorry, you've got to stop everything.
Oh, stop everything.
Tracy, she heard my subliminal messaging, I think, and has bought us a cup of tea. Tracy, isn't she good?
She's doing
Tracy.
everything to avoid getting on camera.
She is, and she's got a Christmas jumper on that I bought her today as well, so I'm desperate. In fact, I'm going to put a picture of Tracy in a Christmas jumper on my Facebook right now. There you go. She's shaking her head. I don't think that's consent, unfortunately.
We don't need consent, do we now? Right, brilliant. Right, so 11.5 inches wide this is by your depth of A4, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to come at 2 1/4 inches and score down, right? And then again at 4 inches and score down. Now you must do the same from both sides. So right around 2 1/4, and we're going to score down. And then we're going to come at 4 inches and score down, right? And if I show you that, that is what's going to give you the kind of three-dimensional feel to this. So can you see you've got the same length from both sides. Right, here you go, Joe.
Really, really gorgeous. Loads of people chatting away. There's a lot of chatter now on the socials. Sheila says my day is now complete. Thank you so much.
Oh, Sheila. Do you want to should I show Sheila's card again?
Yes, please.
Here we go, Sheila. So again, look at this. It just shows you, Sheila, happy birthday. Was it today, Sheila, it was your birthday?
Oh, today? Yeah, it was
Sheila,
today.
Happy birthday. You know, it was our Oliver's birthday this week. All the best people are born in December. It was my dad's 70th on Sunday, and it was our Oliver's 7th birthday on Monday. And then Sheila's birthday today. He's Sheila's.
There she is, looking fabulous.
Sheila, you caught Joe mid. What are you doing there, Joe?
I think I was having a look at the iPad at that point. I need to hold it higher, don't I?
You do, yeah. You look like you're checking her out there, Joe.
Don't I?
Sheila,
I'm on her shoulder. Do you think
it.
I'd be on the good side or the naughty side if I was on someone's shoulder? I'm not quite sure.
I don't know.
Depends what day it is, doesn't it?
You're always on my right. What does that mean? I think that's definitely the naughty side.
Is it the naughty side? Okay.
Right, come on, we're going to do the frame. So, again, the great thing about these nesting frames, I'm going back to the oval one, okay? In each set, you've got 5 of these. So we've got the outer one that's going to do all of your fancy shaping. You've got that beautiful inner one, which gives you the smaller size on there. And what I'm going to do, Joe, even though we're just working into a nice thin cardstock, I'm going to do this base plate. We're taking this face down, cut into there. And then we're going to go, where's the rest of my Gemini plates gone?
And these will go through both.
Here.
These are going to go through your junior, aren't they, as well as your big one? So also then, does that mean they'll also go through the midi as well?
Yes, actually, really good point. They're going to fit through. Size-wise, they're going to work with both of those different sizes there for you as well. So they're all less than 6 inches wide. So they're going to work into your 6-inch base, or they're going to work into your, in this case, larger Gemini machine as well. So...
Now, Claire is saying she sent us a picture, but we haven't got her picture. So I feel like we're going to get into... She's going to send it again. Claire, send that picture again. We need to see it. Sue says, crafting whilst watching. Trying to cut acetate without success, Sarah. Any tips?
Yes, so if you're cutting acetate, what I would say, Sue, is add another piece of copier paper underneath. And then also, I want you to add your metal shim into that. So by using the metal shim on the underneath and the extra layer of copier paper, trust me, you will find it gives you all the extra pressure you need to be able to cut into that level there. Now look at the difference there, Joe, right? I've got one here that I hadn't inked, and then there's one that I have inked. Doesn't that just take it up another level? I mean, this is what you put in your card and it looked relatively plain. This looks absolutely spectacular in comparison.
Looks absolutely gorgeous. Really, really does look awesome. And it's one, I think sometimes, Sarah, you don't necessarily think about inking patterned papers.
No,
but
a lot
when
of
you
people
do it,
don't.
it really elevates them, doesn't it?
Especially a lot of people who are thinking it's this detailed, you would just be a little bit frightened to go that other level and add on a little bit more ink. Yet again, look at the difference when you put the two next to each other. This is what makes the difference between an ordinary looking card and a really, really extraordinary looking card.
Absolutely, it does. If you want to see the full range of our ink pads, pop yourself over to the website, over to the Spectrum Noir section, and you will see all of our ink pads there for you, which are perfect for doing all of this. I know we're a little bit limited on colours at the moment, but there are definitely lots of lovely ones over there. Christine Mahoney says, hello, just stopping by. Thanks for just stopping by, Christine Mahoney. Why not? Just popping in and saying hello. Alison says her son turned 21 on the 6th.
Oh,
maybe a hint.
That was the same day as my dad's 70th birthday
really?
as well. Yeah. Must be a big day, the 6th of December. There we go. Right, just doing all that matting. Now look at that. When that's been laid onto the grey there, that is going to form the kind of front piece for our wardrobe. Now what I want to do is exactly the same. I've taken another layer, so we've used the inner one this time. So exactly the same technique, you're going to use the inner one for the base, and then you're going to use the next intricate one onto your plain cardstock, onto your pattern, sorry, and I'm going to go and add, again, ink round here and just repeat that same technique again, Joe.
Awesome. PPE Pam letting us know it's her 75th birthday past. If you don't understand why I call Pam PPE Pam, it's because we had the most hilarious craft house video call with Pam back during the lockdown, and Pam had made her own PPE out of acetate and a whole load of other stuff. It definitely wasn't medical grade, but we had a good laugh. I'm saying PPE, personal protective equipment is what I'm saying. Not no, that's not what I'm saying. Stephen Lee Guy says, oh, his birthday's the same day as Leanne Chivers.
Wow,
my birthday used to be on one day and now it's on a different day. That's a whole other story. Panda Crafts will say, hi, I've sent a picture via email of one of the cots I'd like a die for. Even one that just cuts the straight lines. Well, Panda Crafts, I will send it over to Leanne and see what she can do.
Right.
Is that from the mix and match sentiments, that one you've got there,
it is
Sara?
indeed. Joe, you know your stuff,
I'm getting there, aren't I? It's only taken me a year, you know, but I'm nearly there now.
There we go. So I've got the thank you on there. I'm just going to layer that up. Again, I think I'm going to go flat. Now, I've done a lot of flat matting and layering with these because there's a lot going on in the actual die designs. You don't need to do an awful lot don't overcomplicate it, right? You've got that lovely depth and dimension with the die set there, so you don't need to overdo it by doing too much layering up with this. But that is going to go onto the base here. I think this I will do a little bit of layering up on there, so I'm just going to use some foam pads on there, Joe, and then we'll start and do the matting and layering on our base. Not a wardrobe card. What did we call it?
A bridge card, I think, was the actual official name, as what it is. I'd love to know who decides what all these official names are.
Well, I mean, we could have made a name up today if we wanted. Nobody's going to tell us off for it, have they not?
I guess not.
So, and anybody can be an official card maker.
Do you know, I think this might be my favourite one you've made so far.
Do you think?
Just especially that piece there that you've made, like that centre panel. Because you think about it, that element there that you've made, that could go on a whole host of different card concepts, couldn't it?
Absolutely.
Whether it was an easel, a twisted easel, the bridge card that you're making. Do you know what you haven't made today, though, Sara?
I haven't done a Z-fold card,
Have
Joe.
you?
Well, I thought I'd better start and widen my portfolio a little bit. Otherwise, I'll get a reputation for being a one-trick pony.
It makes me a bit anxious though when there's no Z folds in the whole of our 2 hours.
Joe, I'm not quite that bad. Am I?
Not mad. Well, no, maybe. Kathy says, sorry. So, what was this? Hey, this will be changing in a few years. Oh, right. Sorry. Now I'm following. Christine says her hours will be changing in a few weeks and she'll be able to watch us every single day soon, Sara.
Wow.
How exciting will that be? We'll have to get Christine. I want Christine to show me her stash of paper pads, you know, but we're having a bit of a sort of bargaining moment where she said she'll show them to me if I get her back on the show, Sara. So I think we'll have to make it happen in order to see all of her paper pads.
Well, she's talking to the right man to make it happen, isn't she?
Of which there are hundreds, no doubt, absolutely hundreds. Loads of you loving this. Still getting very, very busy. It is still very, very busy on this collection, by the way, even as we move now towards the end of the hour. It is the launch day. It's your first day to get your hands on it here on Crafters TV. There are so many of you watching at the moment. I feel like maybe people were having a bit of a lie-in in the US today, you know, Sara, because it's got busier and busier and busier towards the end of the show. We're nearly 1,000 people watching us now, so I think you guys are having a bit of a lay-in. Maybe people are, you know, on the downward slope to Christmas. I think that's where we're kind of getting to now, isn't it? The mince pies are creeping out, the films are on, you know, and we're sort of maybe having a bit more of a lie-in at the moment. That's got to be the only explanation for it.
Oh, Joe, I might have to make another batch of mince pies tonight. Once you've made homemade mincemeat and homemade mince pies, trust me, you'll never go back to buying the shop-bought ones. I mean, they really are like another level. I'm saying this and I didn't bring you one of my mince pies in, so yeah, I'm not making you feel good here, am I not? I'll make you want to bring.
We're going to open up this whole debate. You've opened Pandora's box again, Sara.
Hang on, you suggested mince pie, so I think
did.
You've opened Pandora's box.
Okay, maybe. So Erin can't get her head around the fact that we have ground beef in this country is called minced beef, so it's minced meat. Right, but also then, what we put in our little sweet pies that we eat at Christmas is called mincemeat. But it's not the same as ground beef. It is totally different. But why is it called meat? That's the bit we can never get our head around.
Mincemeat? Yeah, I've got no idea.
Not a clue.
No idea.
Do you make your own mincemeat?
Yeah, oh, I did make my own mincemeat this year. Do you know what? My mum makes it every year, and I just always assumed, because she never made it when I was a kid, I always assumed it would be really complicated, and it's not. You make it with suet. Did you know that?
Ah.
You know, like what you make your dumplings
That's why
with?
it's called mincemeat then, because suet is beef fat.
Ah,
There you go.
no. Oh, I feel like
Pennies
I've
dropped.
solved that whole thing now, Joe.
You really have. We got there in the end. There you go, guys, because it's made with beef fat.
Suet.
That's what
It's
the
made
fat
with
is in
suet.
it.
Yes, it is. And if you wanted to make it vegetarian, which
Yeah.
we're not in our house, but if you wanted to make it vegetarian, well, our Oliver's vegetarian, but he's not eating me mincemeat because it's also got half a bottle of cherry brandy in it. So
Right,
this is
okay.
not mince. This is not mince pies for the kids. So yes.
Is Charlie still calling him a vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
And then he goes around saying, I'm a vegetarian as well, like rah-rah.
But just one that eats chicken.
Just yes, exactly. A chicken, and actually, to
So-
be honest, the kid will eat anything you put in front of him.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's yeah, vegetarian in the loosest sense of the word.
So cute. Do you know what he is? This is a real term as well, Sarah.
A
He's
flexitarian.
Yes.
Yes, I love that word.
term. So funny. Anne says her birthday is the same day as Prince Philip. She does go on to point out that he is much older than her. Good. Is Prince Philip like 99 or 101 or something? I don't know if he's quite 100 yet, but I mean he's up there, isn't he? Dawn says it's whoever creates the cast first is the one that gets to make it, Sarah. That's what it is. That's the official rules, I think. So,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure who's enforcing these rules, but they are the rules apparently.
They're the rules. Okay, well, no, I'd seen this card. I'd seen one of our designers make this. So, yes. So then, fair enough. I definitely wasn't the first person to make it for, because I just saw that and thought, oh, that's really nice. I'll show everyone how to make that on Crafters TV. What I really want to know, though, Joe, is does anybody actually want to win this? Is anybody bothered to send a
They do, because we've
selfie
been
in?
bombarded. We've almost broke the
Bombarded?
internet. Yeah.
Oh,
we've almost broke the
fabulous.
internet.
Oh, it's a good job. Look at that. I've just stuck that nice and flat on there so that we get that shaping. So there is my bridge card with the beautiful thank you on there. Let's have a little look. I did have a nice ribbon somewhere that I've put somewhere so safe. Nobody needs a ribbon on here. It looks nice without a ribbon, doesn't it, Joe? We'll
It
go
looks
without a ribbon,
gorgeous.
and I'll find the ribbon in 5 minutes.
Okie doke. So, do we want to see some telfies? 'Cause
Yes, we
have
want to see some
had
telfies.
Loads coming in. Oh, it's PPE Pam. Sent us this one in. Love that, Pam.
Oh, hey, Pam.
Pam is 75. Doesn't she look amazing?
Pam, you look
75
fabulous
next
for
week.
75.
She
I
really
would
does.
never have believed it.
Karen Holmes has sent this one in. Caught you with a cuppa. There
Hey,
you are.
oh, she did. Karen, you've done that on purpose, haven't you, to catch me with the cuppa? Love it, Karen, love it.
Lynn Christine Johnson has sent this one in as well. Also caught you with a cuppa on the go as well. Seems to be a theme here,
Hey,
Sarah.
Lynn.
And then Joe Mitchell. I don't see us on the TV there on that one. So,
No, but she has done a selfie, hasn't she?
She's got a selfie and
Awesome
she's got
selfie,
a
Joe.
cat in it for extra points as well.
Hey, I love the wallpaper, Joe.
Joe did send us another image of just the TV. So, I mean, we could put the two together and we'll get there, which is awesome. Betsy sent us in this one. Betsy is rocking. Betsy's got a cap on, her shades on, she's got her earbuds in.
Trendy. Do you know what? I'd like the thought that maybe Betsy's out and about doing her jobs for the day and decided that she's just going to have us on a phone in the background and listen to us as she's jobbing about.
I think so. Looking fabulous, Betsy. Charlotte looks so pleased with herself in this next picture. I love it. She's broken her camera somehow.
Oh.
Oh,
sure
not at all.
Charlotte.
Looking gorgeous. Marilyn has sent us a picture in as well. What a glamazon Marilyn is looking in her
Marilyn,
picture.
Marilyn, was that like, so if I'm ever with my mum and I say, oh, I'll take a picture, she's like, no, and quickly she jumps out and gets her lipstick out. She's like, no, you're not taking a picture of us without me lippy on, pet. So that's Marilyn there, isn't it? Looking glam as anything, Marilyn.
It is indeed. Right, we've used a very high-tech system to work out who wins the card, Sarah.
Go on.
Laura was in the back of the room in the gallery. So Erin asked for a number from 1 to 7. Laura chose 3. And Betsy was number 3 on the list. So therefore, Betsy wins.
Fabulous. Oh, Betsy, congrats, me dear. How fabulous. So, Betsy, I'm going to be sending you, what did we call it? What did we decide it was going to be called?
The bridge card.
The bridge card. Betsy, Betty, would you like me to sign it on the front? I will write, Betty, thank you for your awesome telfie, right? To Betty.
Absolutely. And then, so you just need to email us, Betsy, studio@craftscompanion.co.uk is where you send the picture, and we will do our best to organise. We'll get that sent out to you as well. A lot of chat about mince pies too. Evelyn says, mince pie's main ingredients, dried fruit mixed with meat and spices. Mince pie originally also contained meat. Oh, I see. But modern recipes contain beef suet. So basically, in ye olde English times, Sarah.
Yeah,
ye olde English times. That's what they're called, isn't it?
Yes.
Mince pies did have actual beef in them.
Are you sure? Because that sounds to me like something that would not taste very good at all.
Well, but they did used to eat things like gruel as well and all sorts of different things. So I wouldn't put it past them.
Do you want me to tell you what's in my mince pies?
Yes, please.
Loads of sultanas, raisins, orange peel and everything. What you do is you get all of the dried fruits, okay? And then you have to, and I'm trying to remember this because it was about a month ago I did it now. You have to zest and juice lemons and oranges, and then you put it all in a pan, but you leave it overnight. So I had it in my pan with the lid on, and I kept coming back every hour, not through the night, but every hour, and giving it a good stir. And apparently the juices out of the lemons and oranges all infuse, and the dried fruit like plumps up nicely. Then I remember, so that was for a whole day. Then I had to put something else, the suet. Then I had to put the suet in and cook it in the oven for 2.5 hours.
You cook it? I had no idea you cooked mincemeat.
Cook it in the oven for 2.5 hours on really low, and stirring it again every about half an hour or whatever. I'll take it out, give it a good stir, and it just was bubbling away in there. And then when I took it out, I then allowed it to cool, stirred it a lot, and poured. And I don't know if you were supposed to put. It said 2 tablespoons in the instructions, but I went with half a bottle of cherry brandy. It made really nice mincemeat.
Fair enough.
Half a bottle was good.
Yeah, it sounds absolutely great. Loads of you chatting away, and loads of you talking about. Patricia says her mum apparently used to use shredded beef in them. I mean, I just can't imagine it with it.
I know.
Carol says, I never knew what mincemeat was. Now, you know, as a kid, I did think that mince pies had actual mince beef in them as well. So I don't think I'm alone in thinking that. I need to recap the deal. We've sort of, I feel like we've derailed the show a bit at the end there, Sara. We've gone a long way from our garden path. So let me bring it back. So let me run through again what you're getting in the collection. 60% now of the stock, I'm hearing, has sold out and gone. If you're watching this show back at a later date, absolutely check the website for the stock situation because it is very, very busy. So you've got the Torken lace frame, which is this one just here. You're also going to receive as well the Irish lace frame, which is that one just there. Then you've also got as well the bobbin lace frame. And finally, you're going to get the Venetian lace frame as well. So remember, loads of different ways of using these, lots of different card concepts you're going to be able to create using them. You're going to be able to even use them from different collections as well, intermix them if you want to. Karen says she wants one of your mince pies. Karen, you're going to have to get in the queue, I'm afraid, because I am also wanting one of Sara's mince pies as well. So we'll see. Sheila also says a half bottle of brandy would make anything good.
Yes, yes, very true.
I think that might be the case. Judy's saying as well about these dies, they are absolutely so pretty. You've made some beautiful cards, Sara. On that note, actually, do you want to run us through what you've made? Because I know there's some really, I think all of the cards you've made in this hour have been absolutely gorgeous.
Well, I think it's been quite a productive show, and it's been nice to impart that knowledge. So for those of you who only joined us part way through, let me go back to the very, very beginning, right? So at the beginning of the show, we did this nice simple one here, just for me to teach you how the nesting frames work and how you get different shapes within there, okay? So how are you going to like lay them up in different ways? So we did the nice basic one. Then because you guys like all the advanced stuff and wanted to learn how to make the easel card, we did the easel card with the shaker piece in with that gorgeous frame on there as well. So we did that one second, okay? Then third, we progressed on and did a twist twisted easel card. So I thought that was really nice as well to learn how to do one that again folds flat to go in the in the envelope, and then it's all going to stand up perfectly like this. Then I progressed on to show everyone how to do this type of card here, which we're sending to Sheila. Okay, so then what you've got is you've got all of that shaping on there, and we learned how to do that lovely technique where you get the shadow in here. And then lastly, we made the lovely card that I'm sending to Betsy for an awesome Telfie, and it was that how you do that kind of bridge card in the middle, but them lovely like nesting shapes on the front. I think they look wonderful.
Looking absolutely beautiful. So much that you're going to be able to do with them. Now remember what the next couple of days are like, because you've got cartload coming up as well, myself and Craig, in just over an hour's time, which is awesome. There's some incredible cut and emboss folders on there at an unbelievable deal, and some great edgeables as well, and some pop-outs which are also amazing. There's also a launch day coming up tomorrow at 1, and it is the best of British. I am really jealous that I'm not getting to do that launch, because I've seen it and it's fabulous. You guys are going to absolutely love it. Make sure you join Ben and Craig for that tomorrow. And then there's also a Colour Me Happy tomorrow with Ben and Craig again, looking at metallics, all things sparkly, which are going to be absolutely gorgeous. Sarah, when are you back with us on Crafters TV? Do you know?
Well, yes, so next week, it's a very big day.
Oh,
on
hang on.
Wednesday.
Yes. We're not allowed to talk about it though, are we?
Are we not?
I don't think we are.
Okay, so next Wednesday is a very big day that
I'm gonna
we
be here.
Can't talk about. But because it's such a big day, I wasn't scheduled to be here. I've rearranged everyone else's schedules and said, I'm there. So let me just tell you, on Wednesday, you need to clear your schedule at whatever is happening this time. So the first show of the day,
1 p.m.
Clear the schedule.
Absolutely.
On Wednesday.
You know the big thing that I keep telling you that I'm definitely not allowed to talk about. Like I just can't. But something big is coming. Like, it's killed me. It's really killed me to keep it in.
We need to tell you, it's not a product.
No.
It's not something you can buy. It's something
no.
you need to see.
Yes.
It's going to be a monumental day in the history of Crafters TV, and we'll look back and talk about this day, and you want to be able to say you were there when this day
I'm getting
happened.
goosebumps, Sarah.
You need to say
goosebumps.
that you were there, you were part of the show. In fact, you can be part of the show when this day happens. This time, so Wednesday next week, less than a week to go.
We have said way too much. We are in so much trouble. But yeah, Wednesday, guys, next week, big. Huge, as Julia Roberts would say. Right, so Sarah will be back then. I am back with Craig in an hour's time, and then my next show back will also be with Sarah as well on Wednesday. When I'm going to show you, do you know what, Sarah? It's going to be the biggest show in the whole of our Crafters TV history, without a shadow of a doubt.
I can tell you now, we're going to have a big audience. You need to be, we'll start telling you about it next week. You need to be tuning in next Wednesday. That's all I'm going to say. It's not about you buying something, it's not about a new product launch, it's about something epic in the history of Crafters TV that you need to be there for.
It's going to be so good. Massive thanks to Sarah. I can't wait to be back here with Sarah next Wednesday. So make sure you join us then. I'm up in an hour's time with Craig. So cryptic, I know. Don't forget to check out your baskets. It's been so incredibly busy. I'll see you back up in an hour's time. Take care.